Hello, everybody. I'm so glad you're here today. Have you ever looked around your living room or kitchen and felt completely overwhelmed by clutter? I know that feeling well, the piles of dishes, scattered papers, or little messes that seem to multiply while you're busy with life. It's exhausting, frustrating, and honestly, it can make you want to hide under the covers instead of tackling it. That's why today I'm sharing the secrets of Japanese home care, the habits, tools, and simple principles that make even a small space feel fresh, calm, and welcoming. I've personally applied all these techniques in my own home, and the results are amazing: less cleaning stress, more free time, and a serene space that sparks happiness every day. So stay with me, watch till the end, and don't forget to subscribe for more mindful cleaning tips and life-changing home habits. Now let's begin with the first part of our journey, exploring how Kaizen saved me from the overwhelming big clean and changed my everyday habits. Kaizen isn't a rule I learned from a book, it's something I discovered on the days when my home felt like it was swallowing me whole. You know those moments, a sink full of dishes, a desk buried under papers, a bathroom mirror splashed with water stains. For years, I waited until things became overwhelming before I finally forced myself to clean. And every time I ended up exhausted, frustrated, and strangely guilty. One day, I realized something simple: my home didn't become messy overnight, and it didn't need to be saved in one big heroic effort either. That's when Kaizen quietly entered my life. In its essence, Kaizen means improving little by little, consistently, not dramatically, not perfectly, just gently. I started applying it to my everyday routines, and everything began to shift. I learned to wipe the sink right after washing my face. That tiny action prevented the watermarks that always annoyed me later. I kept a small towel in the bathroom so I could swipe away the droplets on the counter before they dried. I began clearing my desk the moment I finished working, tossing scraps, closing my laptop, putting pens back where they belonged. And while cooking, I washed my knife and cutting board during those quiet minutes when the soup was simmering. These actions took less than a minute each, yet they saved me hours every week. Research shows that habits like these, sometimes called micro-cleaning, can reduce total cleaning time by almost 40%. But what surprised me most wasn't the extra free time, it was how I felt. Every small task completed gave me a tiny spark of satisfaction, a little dose of dopamine that made my brain crave more order, more calm, more ease. Bit by bit, these micro moments became automatic. My home stayed cleaner without the emotional burden, and I finally stopped feeling like I was fighting against my own space. If you're tired of the all-or-nothing approach to cleaning, try Kaizen. Start with the tiniest habit. Let the feeling of lightness guide you. Your home doesn't need perfection, it just needs your gentle, continuous care. And if this journey speaks to you, don't miss tomorrow's video. I'll share another simple shift that can quietly transform the way you care for your home, a small insight you'll want to keep with you every single day. While Kaizen helps us care for our home bit by bit every day, there's another Japanese tradition that shows the power of cleaning on a grander seasonal scale. Let me take you into Oosouji, the year-end ritual that refreshes not just your space but your spirit. Some people wait for the new year to buy fresh planners or make big resolutions. But for me, the true beginning has always come from something much simpler: a deep, soul-clearing clean. That's the spirit of Oosouji, a Japanese end-of-year tradition that feels less like a chore and more like a gentle ritual of renewal. In Japan, families open their windows wide even when the winter air bites at their skin. They let the old air leave and invite a new season to breathe into their homes. Rugs, cushions, and even the heavier furniture are lifted so that the forgotten dust hiding underneath can finally be released. Cleaning starts from the ceiling, wiping corners where cobwebs quietly gather, and moves slowly downward until the very last sweep of the floor completes the cycle. Then come the tasks we often postpone all year: washing curtains, refreshing pillow covers, shaking out heavy blankets, polishing glass doors and windows until the light passes through clearly again, tending to the small indoor plants that have wilted a little from neglect, clearing out the garden or the small balcony where fallen leaves and old pots tend to collect. Some families even take this moment to sort the basement or garage, the places that hold years of "I'll deal with it later." What makes Oosouji even more beautiful is that everyone takes part: children, adults, grandparents. It becomes a shared moment where the home is cared for as a family, creating memories tied to seasons, holidays, and pauses in life's busy rhythm. Studies show that homes practicing this tradition can reduce indoor pollutants by up to 4%, but the emotional impact is even greater. There is something deeply comforting about watching your living space return to clarity. When you clean with intention, you're not just clearing dust, you're freeing your mind. Oosouji reminds us that renewal doesn't always require dramatic change. Sometimes it begins with a single breath of fresh air through an open window. After experiencing the full reset of Oosouji, I realized that maintaining that clarity isn't just about big annual efforts. It's also about the small tools and systems we use every day. Now let's explore the everyday tools that prevent mess, small, thoughtful items. When I first traveled to Japan, I thought the secret to their spotless homes must be some kind of strict routine or endless hours of cleaning. But what really struck me was something much simpler: the tools they use every day. These aren't just gadgets, they're little systems designed to prevent mess before it even happens. And I soon realized how much easier my own life could be with the right approach. Take something as simple as a drain mesh filter in the kitchen sink. It's just a small nylon net, almost invisible, but it catches every scrap of food before it has a chance to clog the pipes or create odors. Suddenly, the sink no longer felt like a battle zone, and the chore that used to take 10 minutes of scrubbing became almost effortless. I also discovered the magic of quick-dry, highly absorbent towels. Unlike thick cotton towels that trap moisture and grow bacteria, these towels dry instantly, last for years, and even feel luxurious in your hands. Bathrooms are no longer a battle either. By elevating soaps, shampoo bottles, and small containers on raised trays, water doesn't pool and mildew can't form. I even started experimenting with natural sprays made from lemon vinegar and peppermint oil, perfect for wiping down counters, cutting boards, and bathroom surfaces. They're safe, fresh smelling, and cost a fraction of the chemical cleaners I used to buy. Labels became my quiet hero in storage. By marking boxes and shelves, everyone in the house knows exactly where things belong. I stopped hearing the familiar frustration, "Where did that go?" or "I can't find anything." Even in the kitchen, simple tools like lightweight brooms, silicone scrapers, and multi-purpose tongs became lifesavers for quick touch-ups. The key is understanding that cleaning tools in Japan are not just utensils, they are systems. Each one prevents clutter, moisture, or mess from accumulating. They save time, reduce stress, and make daily cleaning almost automatic. When I started seeing tools as part of a preventive system rather than a temporary fix, my home became lighter, calmer, and far more enjoyable to live in. And I realized the real lesson: cleaning isn't about working harder, it's about setting yourself up for success with smart, intentional tools. Once I understood the magic of these everyday tools, I noticed how much more the Japanese think about space itself. Next, we'll dive into Japanese storage solutions and discover how clever design transforms small spaces into airy, organized, and calming homes. When I first stepped into a Japanese apartment, I was struck by a surprising feeling. Despite its small size, it felt spacious, airy, and effortless to move through. It wasn't magic, it was a thoughtful design. That's the beauty of Japanese storage architecture. Sliding doors are everywhere, and not just for aesthetics. By eliminating the need for swinging doors, these spaces avoid the awkward blocked corner problem we all know too well. Even under the stairs, drawers and cabinets quietly hold seasonal items, keeping clutter out of sight until you need them. Beds with built-in compartments allow blankets, off-season clothing, and spare linens to disappear beneath your feet. Suddenly, a bedroom can stay open, airy, and welcoming, even if it stores months' worth of belongings. Closets are equally ingenious. Adjustable shelving, flexible partitions, and dedicated hanging spaces make it easy to organize by season, by color, or by frequency of use. I started borrowing this idea at home, placing daily wear where I could reach it effortlessly, and tucking away rarely used items higher up. The simple act of organizing clothes thoughtfully changed mornings from chaotic to calm. The numbers behind the design are impressive too. Studies show that these storage systems reduce obstructed zones by 25% and increase usable space by nearly 40%. But the real impact is not only measurable, it's felt. Walking through a home where air flows freely and doors glide quietly, where nothing gets in the way of movement, is surprisingly calming. You stop bumping into furniture, stop stepping over piles, and suddenly the house feels like it's breathing with you. Japanese storage isn't just about squeezing more into less, It's about creating a rhythm in your home, a flow that makes life easier and calmer. By thinking creatively about space, even a small home can feel expansive, organized, and welcoming. With everything neatly stored, it's easier to appreciate how Japanese homes manage another hidden challenge: waste. Now, let's take a look at how the Japanese sort trash, a practice that teaches mindfulness responsibility. In Japan, the approach to waste is entirely different. It's deliberate, precise, and surprisingly calming. Some towns sort household waste into 45 different categories. Yes, 45: paper, metal, glass, burnable, non-burnable, oversized items. Each has a designated bin, a set day for collection, and a clear purpose. At first, it feels overwhelming, but what I learned is that this system isn't about making life harder, it's about creating awareness and harmony. Sorting trash so meticulously transforms a mundane task into a mindful practice. When you pause to think, does this aluminum tray go here or is it recyclable elsewhere? You're not just disposing of waste, you're reflecting on the choices you made in bringing it home. Do I really need this? Could I use something else? This daily reflection subtly changes buying habits, reduces impulse purchases, and prevents clutter from building up in the first place. Over time, trash sorting becomes more than a chore. It becomes a quiet moment of mindfulness where you reconnect with your environment and your habits. The results are astonishing. Japan now recycles more than 84% of household waste, and landfill use has dropped by over 80%. But beyond numbers, the psychological benefits are profound. Families report feeling more intentional, more in control, and even lighter in spirit after maintaining a regular sorting routine. For children, it's a lesson in responsibility and awareness. For adults, it's a rhythm that gently nudges you towards sustainability and order in all areas of life. When I first tried adopting this idea at home, I started with just 4 categories: burnable, recyclable, bulky, and compost. Even this small step made a difference. I noticed how much less cluttered my kitchen and living room felt, how much more aware I became of what I brought into my home, and how daily cleanup became a quiet, satisfying ritual instead of a stressful task. Sorting trash, I realized, is not just about cleanliness, it's about cultivating presence, mindfulness, and respect for both our space and the planet. Sorting trash carefully is one way to keep life organized, but the Japanese don't stop there. Another subtle yet powerful habit is keeping pathways completely clear. Next, we'll focus on a subtle but powerful habit: keeping pathways clear. Sometimes we don't realize how much the little obstacles in our home weigh on our minds. A stray pair of shoes, a bag left by the door, or a pile of mail on the hallway table can make even a small space feel chaotic. In Japan, there's a simple but powerful principle: keep your pathways clear and your space open. It's not just about aesthetics, it's about how movement and light flow through the home and how your mind feels as you walk from one room to another. Even in the tiniest apartments, the Japanese prioritize uncluttered walkways, ensuring that nothing big or small blocks the way. Putting this into practice doesn't require a complete renovation. Start with a low shoe rack by the entrance, so all footwear has its place and the floor stays clear. Add neat hooks for bags, coats, and hats, keeping them off chairs, tables, or counters. For smaller items like keys, wallets, or reusable masks, a small tray or box at the entryway works wonders, creating a landing zone that prevents random clutter from spreading through the house. Another subtle trick is to define zones: one area for storing things, one area for walking. Hallways, living rooms, and entryways are kept open, allowing light and air to circulate freely, giving the illusion of more space and a sense of calm. The benefits go beyond visual appeal. A clear path reduces the risk of tripping or knocking things over, which is surprisingly comforting in daily life. It also creates mental breathing room. There's something deeply soothing about walking through a home where nothing impedes your movement. You feel lighter, less anxious, and more in control. And once these habits are in place, even cleaning or rearranging becomes easier. With everything in its place and pathways uncluttered, you can move clean or decorate with ease without being hindered by small obstacles. The Japanese approach reminds us that sometimes the secret to a serene home isn't in what we add, but in what we clear away. Small adjustments in daily organization can transform both your space and your peace of mind. When your pathways are open and clear, it becomes natural to add small intentional habits like mini cleaning stations, having the right tools right where you need them. In Japan, there's a simple trick that makes daily cleaning feel effortless, creating mini cleaning stations in high-use areas. Instead of waiting for clutter to pile up or reserving cleaning for weekends, the idea is to have everything you need right where the mess happens. It's a small shift, but it transforms how you interact with your home. In the kitchen, for instance, a tiny basket or tray with a cloth, a sponge, a spray bottle of natural cleaner, and a small trash bin allows you to wipe down counters and wash dishes immediately after cooking. Over time, you'll notice the sink and countertops staying clean without stress. At your desk, a small caddy with pens, a mini trash basket, and a cloth makes tidying after studying or work a snap. The simple act of clearing scraps of paper, putting away stationery, and wiping surfaces becomes second nature, a tiny ritual that keeps your workspace inviting and functional. In the bathroom, a compact tray with a small towel, natural cleaning solution like vinegar or lemon, a cloth, and a mini trash bin ensures that countertops and sinks can be quickly wiped after use. The beauty of these mini stations is that they remove friction. Everything you need is at arm's reach, making it easier to act immediately. Cleaning becomes less about effort and more about habit. Over time, you'll spend less time on major cleaning sessions and the house feels consistently tidy. It also encourages family participation. Children can easily learn to wipe a counter or put away items, turning daily upkeep into a shared, mindful activity. What starts as a small convenience gradually shapes a lifestyle, one where clutter doesn't control your space and maintaining a peaceful, orderly home becomes simple and natural. And all of these habits, micro-cleaning, clear pathways, mini stations, lead to one essential principle. Finally, we arrive at the principle that ties everything together. Consistency, not perfection, showing how small daily habits build a peaceful home. The truth I discovered in Japan's approach to tidiness is much gentler. Cleaning is not about perfection, it's about progress. It's not the marathon sessions that keep a home calm and inviting. It's the small, consistent habits that quietly maintain order and peace. Each tiny action done daily is like a deposit into a bank of calm that your mind can draw on. For instance, after washing my hands or brushing my teeth, I make it a point to wipe the sink. A small gesture, but it prevents water stains and lingering messes. I fold towels immediately after use instead of leaving them draped over chairs. I place a little tray under my toothbrush to catch water droplets so the counter stays dry and fresh. Even gathering wet trash or food scraps on the same day, instead of letting them sit, keeps the house feeling lighter. Over time, these micro habits don't feel like chores, they become a natural rhythm of living. What I've learned is that cleaning is a form of self-kindness. Every little act protects your space, reduces stress, and makes the home easier to breathe in. You don't need to be perfect, you just need to be consistent. The beauty is in the cumulative effect. A little care each day adds up to a home that feels peaceful, organized, and welcoming. Your mind and body respond to the environment, and a maintained space allows both to relax. I've realized that the joy of a tidy home isn't in grand gestures, it's in the steady accumulation of small, thoughtful acts. Each wipe, fold, or organized tray is a tiny affirmation that you're taking care of yourself. It's slow, it's simple, and it's profoundly effective. In the end, home becomes more than a place to live, it becomes a sanctuary built one small habit at a time. Today, we've explored the thoughtful cleaning habits, clever tools, and mindful systems that help Japanese homes stay tidy, calm, and welcoming. From Kaizen's tiny daily actions to Oosouji's year-end reset, from smart storage solutions to mini cleaning stations, each approach shows that maintaining a peaceful home is about small, consistent habits rather than perfection. If you've ever felt overwhelmed by clutter or struggled to keep your home orderly, I encourage you to take these insights and weave them gently into your daily routines. Even tiny changes, a clean sink, a clear pathway, or a mini station, can make a surprising difference over time. And don't miss tomorrow's video, where we'll dive into practical tips for keeping your bedroom perfectly tidy. It's packed with life-changing ideas you'll be glad you didn't skip. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe. You deserve a home that feels lighter, calmer, and more inviting every day. Share these tips with friends and loved ones. Everyone can benefit from a little extra order and peace.